So we're on the Twitters. If you want to tweet, follow us.
Follow us.
Yeah,
do both.
On,
Getting better at this, isn't he? So smooth.
On the Twitters.
And he makes out like we're the ones who don't know what we're doing.
I am what this empire is built on. Anyway, so if you're on the Bluebird thing, you can sort of follow us, and we sometimes message things. I mean, some people should be messaging more than others, but that's not happening. SoCynical has responded to one of my tweets. We offered out KSI, didn't we? And that pussy was a no-show because he never saw our video, I'm assuming. But I reckon
that's still technically a no-show.
SoCynical's trying to get involved.
All right, guys, this is so cynical.
I said, like, you know, who's starting a fight? He said, well, you can start on me if you want. He said, I could kick a few Yorkshire puddings around.
What's the relevance of kicking a Yorkshire? I mean, what is that
it
a
just
thing that people do?
Yorkshire?
Right.
Or is that like slang for something in Yorkshire?
What does that mean? Oh, you think he means me? Is he calling me a Yorkshire pudding? Right. So cynical.
It's on already.
So cynical.
You've upset him now.
You know, right.
You're trying to look tough now.
Yeah.
You're
don't put your Birkenstock in the picture.
Your weirdo sandals
So
on.
cynical. He basically bad mouths other YouTubers. Rightly so, because some of them are awful.
Spamming my comments.
If this is what the people wanted, then why does your likes and dislikes look like this? Nobody wanted this. Stop it, please. We all thought that you'd stop doing this. And now you're back.
Like, you know when you're like, are we doing good enough? And you look at some people, you're like, we should be owning YouTube.
You talk about owning YouTube. We were in trendy...
Hoxton.
Yes. We went into a bar in trendy Hoxton. There were two fellas dancing, right? Which in itself doesn't sound that unusual. But there were about 7 people.
Are you homophobic? Is this where this is going?
There's nothing to do with my latent homophobia.
Yeah.
They were like working out a routine.
Oh,
like pop in and lock in and working out a routine. One of the fellas had a T-shirt on. Basically, it had the name of
his channel,
right?
Brilliant. That's what we need. We need T-shirts.
Yeah. Well, I went on YouTube and found him.
Clearly, it's a tactic.
Oh wow!
Works.
Yeah,
it's a tactic
it's
that works
working
because he's on about 300 and something subscribers and then posted a video in 2 years. Anyway, yeah, I apologise. I digress.
Right. So cynical. You can interrupt So Cynical as much as you want.
Yeah, douchebag.
I mean, all right.
I mean, that's a bit
Whoa,
much.
Jesus Christ!
Christ, you wanted to have a fight with the man.
No, yeah, that's true. But let him say it. No, I'm not saying.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't like.
He's going to beat the Yorkshire out of me.
Yeah, he's going to beat the pudding out of you, mate.
This is a bit we find out he's 6'5" and the same across.
Nah, he's a pussy.
How many subscribers you got?
He's got 67.
Oh.
Now, how many have we currently got, Dave?
We are now on 85.
85.
I was about to say, I don't like the fact we committed to that number.
Well,
I feel like we're
about to lose one.
We've made no celebration about it.
No.
We are just.
We have mentioned it.
It
It makes ourselves look foolish because they're going to listen to this.
At this point in time, whilst at the time of record,
Yeah.
we're on 85. Unless we lose a considerable amount, we're still on more than So Cynical.
So, Mr. So Cynical, okay, Mr. Big Shot, Mr.
Yorkshire Pudding
Kicker.
Yeah, you have less subscribers from us than us. Oh no, I messed that right up.
You
I got
did,
really,
didn't
I got really. Like, oh my god!
Can you not do the
offering
finger
someone
guns?
out.
Can you not do the finger guns?
So cynical.
What is this?
That's my gun. That's what they do, innit?
I said don't do the finger guns.
Oh, you can if you want.
So cynical. You've got less subscribers than us, and we are doing terrible on YouTube. So if you're doing worse than us, you are the loser.
How many views does he get per video?
Now, why you got to worry about that?
Yeah, let's not get muddied down in the details, Dave.
So what's your point? What do you want? You want?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, fuck you. I don't know.
Fuck you, I guess.
I don't know.
This all sounds a little harsh.
Yeah, we are being a bit.
I like what you do. I think it's.
All right.
I think it's
Why
quite
don't you
enjoyable.
join him then?
Yeah, I was about to say, you join his team. You can. We'll have this tag team match. You can bloody wrestle him.
Do you
and
remember when I
family,
said, me and Chris
puddings.
have done this for a while? There's loyalty there, all right? So where's your loyalty? Also, so cynical on his Twitter. But God gave me the ability to wind people up. I embraced my ability and became a YouTube villain. Does that make us heroes? I think it does, Chris. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no,
It
you
does
are.
make us
You are
heroes.
very right.
Yeah.
YouTube hero.
We are YouTube heroes.
Are we?
Yeah!
I'm no superhero. Maybe I'll never save the world when the clock is counting down to zero.
So, just an update. We were supposed to release this video before he released his first video on us, but then I got way late.
Are our timelines out of sync?
What you just saw was stuff we thought beforehand. Things have changed. SoCynical
Definitely
has come out and he said stuff. So I've got the video here of SoCynical, so we can go through it and have our thoughts on what happened.
Alright guys, this is SoCynical.
I like his intro. Not this bit. Once he starts banging on.
Not on about these Yorkshire puddings, I'm talking about these 3 puddings from Yorkshire.
Right. So he
We queried the relevance of Yorkshire. puddings.
We're not from Yorkshire. I imagine by our accents, most of you at home have realised we're not from Yorkshire.
We're definitely not in Yorkshire.
The reason I think that he thinks this, on our Twitter, which is the only real kind of chat he's had with us back and forth, we've got written in the location the Shire, referring to Hertfordshire. I mean, the Shire doesn't mean it's going to be the Yorkshire, does it?
If someone said to you the Shire, you immediately think of the Hobbit, don't you?
Well, I would.
That would be my go-to thing.
Yeah,
obviously he knows we're not from Hobbiton. His whole premise is built on
a lie.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say a misunderstanding.
No, I'm going to say lie.
Which is
well,
unfortunate.
Not a lie. He doesn't know.
It's kind of like when they say about if your compass is 1 degree off in 50 miles time, you'll be 30 miles from your destination. That's basically what happens for him.
You are 30 miles from your destination.
They call themselves Bad Time Babble, and all they do is babble for a long time. In fact, they should change their name from Bad Time Babble to Babble for a Long Time, Listen for a Bad Time.
It doesn't really roll off the tongue though, does it?
I saw they were dying to get into the small Chiba news and tried reporting that they had offered KSI a wrestling match. It's called Small Tuber News for a reason, dipshits.
I put, hey, we offered out KSI or whatever. He's not got back to us. You know, if you want some... I think I even said, do you want some non-drama?
Yeah,
the joke being that he would go, oh, and KSI still hasn't responded to the guys who have no subscribers. Like, that's the joke of it.
He's an expert in pointing out the bleeding obvious.
Yeah, he is.
There seems to be a sense. There seems to be a sense of kind of
Isn't it the new witch?
irony just floats.
Yeah, it does completely
straight over his head.
When they got told this wouldn't make the news, they wanted to go and pick on a small YouTuber. So I decided to step forth and offer myself as the sacrificial lamb.
It's quite a little step, wasn't it, though? Let's not make out like you came down here. Or you came all the way to Yorkshire to offer us out.
And they call themselves lads in quotation marks. I mean, they're not even sure what they are. They don't know what people class as lads these days. But I can tell you what, they probably sat there over a glass of red wine discussing whether they're lads or not. Let me tell you, you are not lads.
Technically, they're apostrophes.
Well, true. They are. I have messed that up. However, he was right in that I was going for quotation marks, because if I say lads and put quotation marks, what am I implying, guys?
We're not lads.
That we're not lads. So you remember when you said about the whole thing just going straight over his head?
Yeah. Ironically, he's missed the irony.
We know we're not lads.
We're quite aware of that.
We constantly make a point of saying we're not lads. I'm wearing sandals in the last video.
Birkenstock. Even I took the piss out of him for that.
Let's take a look at some of the content they make, shall we?
Something strange in your neighbourhoods.
Who are you going to call? Not you.
No, because I'd be terrible.
It was a nice callback to the ghost hunt.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was nice. Thanks for that.
He looks like Zach if Zach decided to stop going to the gym for a year.
Only a year.
I was going to say, I find that a compliment. I haven't been to the gym in about 10 years, so thank you very much.
This is Nick if Nick decided to grow a nasty ass ponytail and want to look like the horse from behind.
I don't know what that means. What's the horse from behind?
Ponytail.
No, it just looks like a horse from behind.
Oh,
Also-
a horse from behind.
Yeah.
It
A
says
horse.
The horse from behind, like he's referencing a specific horse.
You know, the horse.
You know, the horse, that one.
Also, like, do you really think I care what people think? I grew a ponytail.
I was going to say. It's
Years
not
of
like-
effort have gone into looking this
Sexy.
way. Yeah.
And this is Aaron if Aaron wasn't a funny cunt. You can tell that he is very disappointed with what he's just done there.
I mean, he's got a point in it.
I did really like this.
No,
Sorry.
He's got a point. You've got to give me due. There is a look of shame in your eyes there, and he has caught it perfectly.
There is no shame in how I do that. I spend months writing those out and performing them.
It's modern art, mate. You just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it's above you.
It's a Yorkshire thing.
but when you're in Hertfordshire, it's a Yorkshire thing. An Iron Man themed arse reactor, butt plug.
You can just tell that this bloke here is thinking about Black Widow having her back doors Hulk smashed by Thor's hammer.
I never knew you could read minds.
I can't say as I'm surprised that these are talking about sex toys. I bet after they recorded this, they gave each other a good old Yorkshire teabagging.
Actually, we wanked each other off.
And it was before we recorded.
Screw you.
Again, not from Yorkshire. If I'm going to teabag someone, I'm going to do it with good old PG.
What else do this crazy gang get up to?
Dave, and this is the 3rd or 4th time I've worn this hat.
Well, aren't you a nutter wearing your hat?
Right.
To be fair, he has edited you in such a way that you feel it looks like you think that's funny.
Yeah, there were a selection of decent facts that I've given over time. For example, not everybody loves Raymond.
No, that was a great fact, that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know how to blow my nose properly.
Oh, yeah. No, classic. Oh, you're bringing all the classics out.
Yeah.
I know, I'm tearing up a bit.
These are all absolute
bangers.
Fact.
Absolute
gold.
bangers.
Golden facts. He pulls out the one where I couldn't think of a decent fact, so I just said something to annoy you and then laughed at my own joke.
Yes.
And it does make it look like I think it's the funniest. I mean, he's caught me out there.
What he's done there is decided to take something completely out of context. It wasn't like we were going, oh God, how crazy are we guys? And he went, oh, I'm wearing this hat 4 or 5 times. And we've gone, whoa! That didn't happen, did it?
Dare you not to laugh. I can tell you now, I watched this video and I didn't laugh. Time for your forfeit. Make better content.
It's hardly a dissection of our videos, is it? It was more of a case of, here's some stuff they've done, which actually showed us in a pretty good light. And then he makes some Yorkshire jokes, which don't make any sense. And then he's just gone, I didn't like some of their stuff.
Bless him.
I mentioned him in a previous video. He is called Bomberman69.
SoCynical, it's the Bomberman here.
Oh, and then Bomberman.
I mean, to be fair, for all that we're saying about SoCynical, he's got a point about Bomberman.
Yeah.
The Bomberman.
Yeah.
So the beef is...
well, I mean, we've just moaned about everything that you've said, but not really given...
Well, it was wrong.
We've done what you...
Yeah, it was wrong. We've fact-checked.
Yeah.
But we haven't really given anything back. But we're kind of too sort of, middle-class Southern England to really sort of push this any further than just say, so...
You were wrong.
Yeah,
you were factually incorrect. Take it back.
So, can you maybe redo it, cut together some new footage, see what you come up with next time, and we'll grade it.
So, Mr. Cynical, imagine the beef has been served cold or hot. So the beef is
the beef is down
You've
here.
been served.
You're going for kind of a revenge type thing.
Yep.
A revenge buffet.
So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
Lads.
Please don't talk about